Welcome guys, today I am looking at a game between Roland and Borg where Roland is playing the Cyan Carthaginians and RolandSC2 will be playing the Iberians in the red team. And this is actually an attempt to stop Borg from doing a rush or from rushing against him, which we can actually understand why he was doing that, because the Iberians can be a natural team against rushes so that your entire base will not be invaded. Well, we can see that it has a little bit of flaws, just like you will be forced to go outside your base from time to time. Well, you will be rather safe if there is actually a wood line right here, but nah, it's mostly your farmers. At least your farming women will not have that kind of problem. Well, another problem with this one is that it's not really practical against the Ptolemies, where the camel archers can actually shoot through the walls. Okay, that's not going to be a problem for a Ptolemaic rusher. But anyway, seems Borg is going for a more peaceful build order, where 12 wood gatherers and 7 to 10, 7, 8, 9, 10 food gatherers, I guess. We will see now. He's going to increase even more wood, which he's actually much more freer to get his economy going. And what will be RolandSC's SC2's strategy? I thought this one, it looks like a ram. Okay, got fooled by that one. And a house inside, a house outside. Ideally, you would want the houses to be inside your base to not only bolster the ability of your walls, but also is that you need your houses to be as safe as you can. Well, maybe this can be an excuse to put the women in, but you can actually put some units. Where are they? For all I know, you can actually put some units in here, even women. But anyway, we will see if ever. Yeah, by the looks of things, yes, against Borg, you don't want him rushing you. There was actually a game where, you remember the Champions Cup, his first game, he was using the Persians to invade the Ptolemies with the archers. It was an archer rush, a Persian, not chariot. It's a Persian archery rush. Well, anyway, let's see how much vision Roland has. Still going for a defensive type of scouting. What about Borg? No, he's not even trying to scout yet because he's still trying to hunt some animals and having some offensive type of. No, this is the second wood line. Choosing another wood line. These guys have to move here soon, but before that happens, we have a preemptive way of doing something, whatever. And Borg has positioned his barracks kind of way defensively in between the stone and metal and some the secondary patches. Well, when it comes to food sources, Borg seems to have. Yeah, Borg seems to have a better position when it comes to that. And Roland has seen Borg's base, potentially reading, but too late for that one. He's still trying to pick up some women. We'll see if he can actually do that. Hey, my tab isn't working. Is it? Whatever. Well, that guy is dead. Another guy's dead. There's my tab. Wasn't working that. But then, and I think Borg still, even if he's not going to use his cavalry for rushes, he's still going to have some food sources ready to hunt. But Roland's not losing there because he has a barracks ready to attack and defend at the same time. I thought this was going to be a sentry tower, but of course, and another awkwardly positioned house because of course. Anyway, both players seem to be delaying their town phase access for the sake of both offense and defense depending on your strategy. You guys, oh well, at least this one has a purpose of getting into this wood line, but this house, that's yeah, that's one's awkward. This one has a purpose. The other one's awkward. Here's a farmstead for the hunters. When it comes to positioning the buildings, borg is still kind of in the superior part, and we can actually observe the stronger players aren't really concerned about the defense by not building the sentry towers. They don't want to spend the wood that way. I think it's mainly because they're confident in their ability to get their units on the defense. While what's this? No, nothing. Even Borg's finding extra food sources. How can I actually do that? He's not even trying to scout the other side. It's more like he's underestimating him, or well, he already knows that it's the Iberian, but he should at least check out what RolandSC2 is doing. You know, just because he has walls doesn't mean he won't come out here, and he doesn't have outside lumber counts. And when it comes to wood sources, yeah, he's actually on the superior side. He has better wood sources than Borg. No. Change my mind. It's not true. Well, before it wasn't true, but okay. And a lot more houses here, even more. You can actually wonder how much. Yes, that's enough defenders. That's more than enough defenders. And on this side, it's more women-centric. RolandSC2 is more going more for a booming strategy, while Borg seems to be having that combative type of economy, which is understandable. He has no walls to defend himself, so he needs some combat units as much as possible. He has, except this one, he has more women on this side than men, and on this wood line back here, yeah, also more. This is the only side where Borg has more men than women, most probably because their barracks is under here. And Borg is still continuing with the archers, the Carthaginian archers. Isn't he planning to go to town phase at this point? He's usually fast, you know, especially with that micro economy. But when it comes to this, population-wise, Borg is still quite ahead. And the food source, the wood, it's also decent. Both are going rather fine in the economy. So this is more of a race about something. Borg setting up another barrack. Oops, changed his mind. Maybe a bit misclick. Maybe he's going to set it up somewhere else, or he just clicked the wrong building. Who knows? So he's going to actually make a rather maze of houses. Yeah, because you're not going to be paying attention much on the houses when you're trying to attack anyway. You are more, you're looking for the women. They are your weaker targets, your more favorable targets, what I mean to say. Where are all the other units? Car. 3 cabs on hunting mode still. We can actually learn from this. 3 cavalry is enough for sustainable wood source, except that we have 7 fields ready. Oh, so this is where he was planning to take the second barracks. A good position for crawling to another wood line here, and extra units. This one is a lot. He seems to be going for more of the Mortania archer, yeah, because you know, just like I said, archers or ranged units can shoot over the walls. Don't ask me how they do it. It's just like a game mechanic or game flaw at will. Some, let's see, some idle units. Well, actually noticed that right away. So the only idle units we have is a stray woman. Well, that's fine. If it's a stray, Borg doesn't have any no idle people. Oh, finally, a sentry tower. What's the purpose of this? To cover this ground, and also possibly secure this wood line here so that Borg will not have an easy attack on that side. And I'm guessing there's another one. There should be another one in here at least. Well, looking at it, if you're really observing, sentry towers with the Iberians doesn't actually look cool. It makes it look a little bit redundant, right? Except maybe if you're having a more forward type of towers. And here we have another. No, this is a storehouse. It's clearly a storehouse. And more houses. He's also trying to build a kind of wall with outside horses, just like what Borg is doing, except Borg is even more ahead, both in population and resource, even in phase, I think. Yes. Yes. So, stopping Borg from rushing is actually a rather successful attempt. I can deny that. And we have a Celtic embassy, so Borg is choosing a Gaelic type of unit rushes while crawling his way to this wood line, and a set of barracks here, so it's a very good arrangement of unit production, shall we say, so he can produce units everywhere whenever he wants to. But of course this one is rather weak. And what's this very big movement? Market. A forward market. This one, I don't think it. What's this? Who's buying? Bartered wood for food. Oh, so Roland is struggling to get his wood up. Or food. Which kind of makes me wonder. He has 9 fields. So how come he's struggling for food? I guess he can actually handle it. There's another big group of people here. That's too much builders, don't you think? Well, at least if you're moving right here, you can actually understand why. But let's see who's actually near to city phase. It's actually Borg. Borg has more buildings. Yeah, we're guessing that his goal is to actually get to city phase first with 2 Celtic embassies. Okay, so we're going for 2 Celtic embassies, and he doesn't actually care. What kind of units you can actually use? Swordsmen and sword cabs. Okay, swords people, both cavalry and infantry. So that's the units you can bring. And here comes city phase. And you should actually have a temple at least, because that's where his champion units are, unless he's actually needing them. And are this reading part? No. Just finding for food. And more bartering going on RolandSC's side. So his purpose of anti-rush strategy is actually working, except that when it comes to economy, he's executing quite poorly. Borg has a lot of stone and metal. For a guy in city phase, he's actually way ahead in resources, but he needs to use that. I think he plans to build a fortress somewhere or move forwards. Let's see, either here, no, not there, this one. Oh, here we are. The fortress. The forward fortress. The fortress that's going to be on the verge of kissing RolandSC's, or Roland, just call him Roland. Roland's territory. And yeah, Roland doesn't know. Can he see it? Yeah, he can see the territory, but he can't see the building right there. A little bit of scouting effort can actually go a long way, but he doesn't. I don't think he has scouts. Come on, you can actually see it, but it will be too late anyway. Also, he's checking out the city phase a little bit later than Borg, who is way ahead on the economy game, which is another problem you have to face against Borg if you're going to fight against him. Sure, you can prevent him from rushing you, but you can't prevent him from booming ahead of you. And who's okay? So the arrows are actually firing now. So where are those arrows firing? Where are they going? No. Still for the boom, still for being ahead. And here comes the blacksmith. On this side, here. Good wood. Both are actually low on food, generally speaking, which is actually good. Or this one. Borg being ahead in a food camp may seem nice, but it only means he's not putting this food to a relatively good use. Was this another fortress? And another barracks. 3, 4, 5. He's going for crushing the enemy using his territory. If not, he's going to crush him using numbers, sheer numbers. And Roland, who has a lot of wood, can't really spend much more of it because he needs to spend it more on metal or something, or just he needs to produce more units. Only if he actually knew. And at this point of the game, he's not even bothering to scout. What's his plan anyway? Just go boom. Here comes the fortress. Well, this is going to be more of an active strategy if he can actually buy some of his champion cavalry. I actually missed the, what do you call it? This cavalry strategy? No, not this one. Where's the range one? This one. The ones with the flaming javelins, where you can actually zip in and out of the enemy formation, trying to take them buildings one by one. But he's going more of a ram strategy. What about Borg? Not interested with the rams. He has a lot of cavalry mercenaries, but he's been using these embassies to good work. And because Roland hasn't been attacking, doesn't even bother to attack, or maybe he's attacking but trying to boom first, he's going to be behind now. He's way behind. And here comes Borg's attack. And he's because of these extra he's using the other side to invade even more territories. Maybe he knows, even if he can't really see Roland's base, Borg knows he has the advantage at this point, especially when it comes to territory. What's this? Okay, just in case he attacks on the other side, you can actually see that one. Well, this one, so Roland has been pushed away from this point, this area of the map. But this is a 2-on-2 and I'm lagging. A 2-on-2 population, I'm already lagging. This is not good. A lot of movement. We need to reduce the number of units. This is going to be an engagement. Okay, so this is 61 archers against a very good diversity of units, even women participating in the attack. I think this is more of a desperate way of combating Borg's or frontline army. This is and here on this side, facing against champions. No, the hero unit. I only saw plain critical soldiers, so there are 2 points of battles where Roland's main army is actually right here. This one is extra, but everybody's forced to shift on this side. And let's just think, this is not actually Borg's all of Borg's forces, and they are, well, there's their engagement here. This other side is going to have they're going to get murdered. That's all going to happen. While I don't know which side to actually watch out first. On this side, still intense battle, and on this side, Roland's trying to chase down those cavalry raiders. who are messing up Roland's economy. And okay, so how many units are here? Okay, so Borg getting routed on that side and getting eliminated on this side, and also on this side. Borg is attacking everywhere, but he's gotten yes, he is pushed back. Fortunately, he got pushed back. So out of that exchange, we have, come on, we can actually see yellow elite rank soldiers on Roland's side, and the tide shifting this side of the map. Come on, we can actually do this. Borg fighting back with all his might is all he can with his remaining spearmen. And what are these guys? Yeah, being extra. I think this is going to be a one engagement for Roland's side, and Borg is not even trying to pull his units back because he's more busy on this side, both trying to get Hannibal. Oh, that wasn't Hannibal. Okay, he's actually concentrating his efforts on these rams. Where are his soldiers? He had cavalry swordsmen, right? But at this point, we have a lot of elite rank slingers right now. Or are they slingers? Yeah. Well, fortunately for Roland, the Iberians have the strongest slingers, so when it comes to ranged infantry battle, he basically got this one. Okay, and Borg is running away from this battle, even though he has an extra territory. He's gonna try to sting attack, right? No, he's not. He's going to try to what do you call it? Salvage his economy. That's what I was trying to say. And he's willing to sacrifice this part of the economy for the sake of gaining even more. But of course, he's not going to lose just like that. He's going to fight it off as much as he can. But he has no response against these two rams. Eventually he'll lose, but we'll see how this counterattack will actually go. Because, yeah, this part is not very well defended. We will see how this attack will go, but for now, let's just focus on this side, where Borg is getting crushed heavily, and those rams need to, yeah, hit the very necessary buildings for now, and this market is fine. Not the houses, the markets, the blacksmiths, the ones that are very difficult to build, or the ones you need to build. Yeah, he's going for the houses also. Those are going to be come on, Roland. Send in your women as well. I think he got panicked with this one. This attack. Oh. And he's concentrating on the base. I think Roland has no control over his units right now. I think he's more concentrated on producing even more while being attacked. I don't think he cares much on this side at this point. Actually, he does. He can manage the defense, so Borg's counterattack is also routed in this one, while this attack is, I think, being whittled down bit by bit, but I think at the expense of the civic center. Everybody's everywhere. I think Roland needs to regroup his units right about now, and he's doing that rightfully so, except for the battering rams are still running amok everywhere. Well, at least they're destroying more buildings before they get destroyed. And on this side, yeah, still a little bit of engagement. This is more organized, a more organized fight of running away and attacking. And okay, so healing your wounds a little bit, Roland. So that attack went a little bit well. Very well. It went well. It's more of a counterattack too, because Borg started attacking, started aggressive, but Roland managed to defend. And sometimes I wonder where Borg get his economy from. because this is an insane amount of archers. It's like he hasn't actually run out of. And oh, let's see on this side. Where are these scratchings coming from? Okay, there you are. So from range units versus range units. No more unit diversity. Roland still has that unit diversity part covered, and still he has the RAM superiority. Well, this is actually an amazing performance by Roland, if you ask me. He was way behind, both in phase and in economy, and now he's actually managing to counterattack Borg. And this, I thought it was going down. How about this one? On Borg's main base, I think this attack will fizzle out eventually. It's only going in suicide mode because the bulk of Roland's army is now in here. He's either going to capture the civic center or destroy it completely, depending on how Borg will respond to that. Maybe it won't, maybe he's going to repair it, he's going to enter it. As if that has any more use. At least this RAM is on the verge of getting destroyed, but not before. Okay, and here comes another RAM. Borg on the back foot currently. Okay, so the insides of Borg's main base is relatively safe. Yeah, except for that one archer or slinger, whatever. And how much economy do we have? Borg, a lot of food, and stone and metal. And Roland, yeah, it's actually behind, but it means he's actually making efficient use of it. But when it comes to efficient use of units, this is another contest. Okay, let me reposition myself just a bit. This is okay. So while the infantry contest is still being held in here, the main difference, the factor that's making the difference are the RAMs. The RAMs. Borg didn't spend much of it. He's spending his economy on the elephants, which are they can take down the RAMs, but they are relatively weaker, easier to take down, and Borg manages to push back the attack, stops the onslaught, and maybe is taking a breather. If there was an attack going on this side, that would be Borg's downfall. But for now, whew, that was intense. Okay, so he pushes back and uses that same units to keep pushing further, routing Roland. But now I think Roland is forced to fight it on. This is the disadvantage of having elephants. Unlike the rams, who are weak against swords, even another ram there managed to sneak out. Okay. I think this is going to be a lost battle for Borg now. When it comes to resources, Borg can still produce. He has a lot of stone after all. Well, except that only a handful of units need stone to actually get it going. While Roland is only struggling on the food department, that's why he can't really put his wood spending units to good use. And okay, so another attack going here. So while Borg's bulk main army is in here, he no longer has extra armies. Women are running away now. Oh boy, I really need to take care of this lagginess. Come on. Okay, I know. These parts they're going for Borg's main base, but I'm still concentrating on this side just because there are only fewer units, and Okay, so let's see if Borg can actually defend against these two rams. Even infantry battles aside, this is going to be our focus. No, not the fields, the rams. 3 rams. If Borg can't stop this, he's going to get defeated. This, I will call it the game. And I think it will be the game. This is going to be the building. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the update actually says that this visual thing can actually happen, but okay. So that's it. This is where Borg will desperately use all of his military units to counterattack. I don't think he's going to... Yeah, I think he's not able to build another civic center at this point. Everything will fall under Gaia, and okay, Borg resigned. Very good performance by Roland2. Let's see the charts. I don't care about these things anymore, but Borg started aggressive first, but it's actually RolandSC2 who putting the more pressure on Borg, and the economy score. Yeah, Borg was moving faster, obviously. Comes to poster, military buildings. He even had, yeah, we remember that, right? 2 or 4 barracks with 2 Gallic mercenaries, while he was just turtling his way. Okay, I really need to have that my 4:3 monitor fixed. I really need to upgrade my machine. Total score, and everything has been switching from back and forth until this is it. It doesn't. The economy score is more of a result. Let's see the military score. Yeah. Okay, so let's fix that. Okay, this is the economy score, right? Or the total score. Let's go for there. So this is the fight. They haven't actually fight until 19 minutes in, where they were. Okay, Borg was superior all the way, so with that superiority he began attacking, but by the time he actually began the attack, Borg was actually losing the point. Roland has more significant points against what was the mission? Roland had better military victories consistently. Even when Borg, maybe it's because of the rams and the superior range units. One of Borg's mistakes is having those too many archers who were actually initially maybe for rushing, but because not only Roland had the superior ranged units, he also had more unit diversity along with those rams. Of course, I believe those things really changed the game, while Borg's elephants didn't actually do much. They were there, they were supposed to be the siege weapons, but they didn't really make a difference, so Borg's economy fell short of that. Even though he was ahead by economy, because of the military score, that eventually became the sign of his defeat, where everything went further. I guess that's it. So we can actually see here, the Iberians is a good generic faction against Russia's, and given enough defensive economy booming, you can actually respond to Borg's attacks. Even if you are behind the phase and economy, you can actually respond to his attack. That is assuming that you can actually catch Borg using inferior units to yours. If you could not match that, that's where you're going to fall. Okay, so that's the game. I'll see you guys in the next video.